everybody, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. We are here for Back to the Basics today, and you guys are seeing this later than normal because I'm just getting ready to film it, and it's almost the time I normally put it up. So I apologize about that. But today we are going to have an update, an end of year update for Briana. She has been on her budgeting journey, her budgeting adventure for 2 months. I'm going to give you guys her debt update on what she's been able to do in 2 months. We're also going to talk about a little bit about this last couple weeks. She gave me a little bit of an update there. And then today we're going to talk about how much money I spent this last week. And I spent way too much, you guys, and bought some stuff I didn't need. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to unstuff my wallet. We're going to restuff my wallet. We're going to reset. And we are going to do just a tiny bit of savings challenges so we can get a little bit of money going to our mortgage. So let's go ahead and hop into this.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
We are going to jump right into it. We have got our email from Briana. She sent this to me a couple days ago, and she has been sick, and so that has made things hard. And as you guys know, when you're sick, when you're under the weather, no matter what is going on, it definitely affects your budget. It affects your pay because, you know, you're not able to work extra hours, or maybe you have to take sick pay, which could be unpaid. Like my husband does not have any sick pay. And so if he is out, it's just unpaid. So it can be kind of devastating. So Briana did say that she got me the updated totals, and we've also got her budget sheet. So let's go ahead and show her budget sheet. I've got it right here. So this is the budget sheet for 12/26. So the money that was supposed to come in was $3,685. She did have a little bit of overtime, not as much as she would have liked to have worked because she was sick. And so they had $4,284 in paychecks. Still no child support. And of course, that's definitely hurting them. And then when we go on down through the bill section right here, you see that we've got mortgage and home security, Geico, Apple Music, Kindle, Life 360, phone storage, and car. Those are all paid what they were supposed to be. And then we had electric maybe on there, and she did go ahead and pay that, and electric was $242. And she said right here that the electric bill was bigger. And so she said the electric December was insane. We were super cold and the heat running a ton, as well as Christmas decorations. And she said she's holiday crazy outside and inside. I love it. And so the bill is looking like it'll be $488 for the next one. Whew, so double what they just paid. So that will be the February one. So we'll have to budget for that. And then we take that $2,408 and head on up here. And you see that she paid all of the debt as planned. And then we go down to the cash envelope. She pulled the $1,100. That's what works great for her. And then she put $200 towards debt. And that was the plan. And then I can't see the bottom of the form, so I'm not sure what she did with the rest of the money. Let's see if she tells us in her note here, shall we? And so let's see, what else does she say? She did pay off a couple more credit cards and paid down with the $200 for the pay period. She says she still's like she is drowning, and being sick isn't helping this week. Is midterm for school as well as changes with work. And so she's dealing with a lot. So if you guys want to send some prayers, some good wishes, some positive thoughts to Briana, I'm sure she could use it. And then she's telling me about some of the things that are happening for January. This is where that bill for electric is in. So, of course, things are going up, right? Her son also bought a truck by himself and saved up and paid for it in full. So congratulations to her son. But, of course, that meant that car insurance would go up, but he is paying that. But $6,500 he saved up by himself. If you hear the Yorkies in the back, they like to be loud when I film. And so congratulations on that. And then she said they did go to Sam's Club and they stocked up on meat, and she got herself a lot of snacks and protein shakes since she hasn't been able to eat very much with her health. And so they spent the entire $500 for food. And she said, but all pet things are bought except for litter, so the extra will come out of there. And she said, I put the $1,100 in a separate account to pay those things, and so far we have spent $780. We do have one volleyball tournament to go to before I get paid, so hoping the interest, fees, and food, since you can't bring food and drinks, isn't insane, and we stay under the $1,100 total. So let's go ahead and talk about Briana's year-end debt. If you have not followed Briana's journey, I encourage you to go back to the beginning of November to the first video where we talked about Brianna. We talked about her story. We talked about what was going on in her life. And I have to tell you guys, so it's been 2 months since I've been working with Brianna. Just 2 months, you guys. So 8 weeks. And in 8 weeks, Brianna has paid off 18 debts. That's right, you guys. We did utilize some of her emergency fund, or she did. I didn't do it. I suggested it and she took my advice. And so let's call these off. Milestone, Affirm 4, Care Credit 1, Quicksilver, Alta Credit Card, Lowe's, Affirm 4, Affirm 5, Affirm 6, Indigo, Home Depot, Sunbit, Affirm 7, Affirm 3. Then we've got Affirm 2, Credit 1, number 2, and First Premier. She paid off Credit 1, number 2, and First Premier since we talked last, and she added the extra $200 to Destiny. And so the Destiny balance went from $558 down to $221. So we have still got a lot of debt that we're dealing with. But I have to tell you guys, besides paying off those 18 debts, which if I did my math right, and I did it quickly, so it could be wrong, so please forgive me if it's off by a little bit. The 18 debts paid off since November 1st. I've got a little cheat sheet right here. $5,723.83. And then her other debts, other credit cards and cars, they have 2 vehicles and other credit cards, loans, stuff like that. Of course, we're still paying minimums, right? We're still paying all of that on them. They paid $4,927.28 off of those as well. So in 2 months, Brianna has paid off $10,651.21. In 2 months, you guys. 2 months. And that's with losing child support. So that income that was supposed to be coming in is gone. And that's with all the medical stuff that she's been dealing with and life, right? Because heaven knows it happens to us all. So a great big huge round of applause for Brianna and her family. I think that that has got to feel amazing. Now, the debts that are left, we have got Destiny at $221, Credit 1, number 1 at $540, Care Credit number 2 at $632, Surge Credit Card at $892, K Jewelers at $932, Fit Credit Card at $956, PayPal at $987, Affirm number 1 at $902, Ashley Furniture at $1,132, Best Buy credit card at $1,586, PayPal credit at $1,954, BJ credit card $2,198, personal loan $2,498, Capital One $3,879, personal loan $7,824, car number 1 $12,889, car number 2 $16,025, student loans, these are big, $182,491, mortgage $218,601. Now, one thing that I did not add up, and we're going to do this without the mortgage and the student loans, because let's be honest, those are not top priority. Those are going to be around for many, many, many years. So let's see what we still have in debt for year end so that we can see what she's starting with for this year. So let me go ahead and add these up really quick. I should have done this before, but I didn't think about it until I sat here and talked to you guys. So let's add these up, because for me, the numbers speak so much. I know that Brianna is saying, I wish I could do more, but I've been sick. You know, things have come up, stuff like that. And the thing is that stuff happens. And I know that I did that calculator wrong because it is way too high. It was saying like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm like, oh, I put one of the numbers in wrong. Okay, there we go. Now we're on track. And so remember, this is including both vehicles, and this is including all the remaining debt on credit cards, personal loans, that type of stuff. So let's see what these add up to, what they're looking at. And then, of course, we can see what her goals are going to be for this next year. We will talk about her budget next week for the month of January. I'll also talk to Brianna about goals, things like that. And if she wants me to share with you guys, I will. But if she doesn't want to share, then I respect that as well. So right now, as of today is January 2nd as I'm filming this, and I have 4 minutes to have this video up. That's not happening, you guys. So those are totaling, let me get these in order so I can put the total here. I've got a big stack of papers here. So at the beginning of 2026, without mortgage or student loans, we're looking at $56,047. That is where they're starting at. That is nowhere compared to where they were, right? Because they paid over $10,000 off in 2 months. So that is absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to see where Brianna's journey takes her. And again, a huge congratulations to her and her family. All right, let's go ahead and flip you guys around. Let's talk about my spending. And let's talk about unstuffing and stuffing my wallet, because there have been some things I've spent on that I probably shouldn't have. Here is my weekly spending. This includes yesterday and today, so it's not just December. This is the way that I find it easiest to budget. And so on Saturday, we went out to a restaurant with some friends and had drinks and dinner, and we spent $75 out of our fun money. We had that in my wallet. And then on Sunday, I went to Ridley's and spent $18 on food, and I bought myself a chai. I also gave an extra large tip, so I had $17, and I used that out of my pay it forward. These expenses and all of these expenses were on the 29th. I went out of town and I went shopping, and that was the plan, and I paid for everything, and everything was within budget, but I start to feel guilty about buying things. So TJ Maxx, $58, that came out of my money. I bought myself some PJs. I bought myself some, some fun stuff. And I'm not supposed to feel guilty because this is my guilt-free money, but I still think about what else could have I done with that. Then I went to Hooligans, which is a coffee shop down there, twice. Once for me for $7 and once for Julia for $10. And this was out of her money because I do have money set aside for them. Then I had to get gas in my car for $23. Dinner, I had taco time for $8. Ace, $58. This right here was for canning jars, so that came out of Prepper Pantry. Smith's was food for $85. And then I needed oil, air filter, all of those things and stuff, so it was $210. And I took $92 out of my wallet, and I used sinking fund for the rest. Went to Cafe Rio for lunch with my son and his girlfriend. Spent $56. It was $66, but I had $10 off from Cafe Rio. That came out of the money that I set aside for him. And then Walmart, I went a little bit crazy. If you watch my Vlogmas, you will have seen this already. You will see the food purchased on this day tomorrow on Snow Gardener 307. Walmart, I spent $141. $25 came out at home, $10 out of food, $98 out of holiday. So that was a big spend day. Tuesday was a no spend, thank goodness. Wednesday, I went and plated our snow machine trailer. I did it for 2 years. It was $140. And then we needed some locks, some master locks for it. So I went to Ridley's, spent $41 on those. So $181 on the trailer. No spend on the first. And then today, I bought myself chai tea, $7. I went to Ridley's. I needed some more things for Christmas dinner. I needed some eggs, and I also got some butter. So I went ahead and took that out of the holiday money because it definitely was for the holiday. And then I bought myself some skincare stuff for $231. This came out of personal care. I had the money, but I'm regretting it already. And it just happened this morning. So this week was a huge week, $1,202. But of course, my car, trailer license, and the skincare, those are all big expenses that normally don't happen. Plus, of course, $141 at Walmart. I don't normally spend that much for that either. So we have got our weekly check-in. If you are not familiar with my budget kits, I do have this weekly check-in form right here. I use the 5-week because I broke it down into 5 weeks. And so you can see that it is funny, because I've got 11.9 to 11.5. Oh, 12.5. But 11.9 to 12.5, that's still not right either. What was it? 11.29 to 12.5. So these 3 weeks are all done. And then we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and we're going to talk about this week, and then we're going to do our totals. We're going to see how much we spent on everything. I have got week 1 of January money right here. This has been, set aside. So we've got that to stuff my wallet. First, we've got to unstuff my wallet, see what we spent. And I can tell you guys, my wallet is feeling pretty dang light this week because your girl pretty much spent everything that was in there. So food, we spent every penny, $121, nothing in there. Prepper Pantry, we spent $50, nothing in there. That was those canning jars. Sorry, I should show you guys that. Nothing in there. Car, I spent it all. That's right, everybody. I spent every penny plus some, and had to dig into the sinking funds. Me, thank goodness I did not spend it all. I still have $70 left. So I spent a total of $80 of my money. So truly, that's not excessive, right? And then pay it forward. I did spend that. Like I said, I did an extra tip. Fun and miscellaneous. We stacked that up. We had $75. We spent every penny. And home, you guys, we spent every penny. So you can see here that we've got no rollover to do. We've got no extra debt to pay. We don't have anything like that. So my wallet is empty now. So let's go ahead. Let's hold off on this for a second. We're going to go ahead and figure out our week number 5. So for food, we spent $121. Prepper Pantry, we spent $50. Car, I spent $115. I spent $80 on me, $10 for pay it forward, $75 for fun and miscellaneous, and $25 for home. Let's go ahead and add these up. How much did we spend on food for the month that came out of our food budget? So $450, $150 for Prepper Pantry items. Then for my car, and this is just money out of my wallet, so I could have spent more than this, and I did, so $183. My spending money that is going to chai, to pajamas, to heaven knows what, I spent $205. And then pay it forward was $50. Fun and miscellaneous, $75. And home, $25. So this week was pretty spendy. I felt like the money was in my wallet, so I might as well spend it. Not really. But if you look at this right here, down at the bottom, we have 110, 76, 274, 202, 476. So that was pretty big. Now, these first 2 weeks, we were on vacation for part of it. That's why the money wasn't spent there. Now I need to go ahead and grab out the January monthly check-in, which I have not done. Luckily, I do have it printed already, or I better. There it is. Okay, and I actually printed it on 2 pages this time. So we have got weekly check-in, and our dates are going to start with 1/3, but I'm using my phone, so I don't know what the next date's going to be, and I don't want to mess it up, right? Because I don't want to have to start over. So we are going to stuff the wallet for all of these categories: food, Prepper Pantry, car, me, pay it forward, fun, miscellaneous, and home. And these are going to be the typical amounts that we're going to put in there. So let's go ahead and stuff, and then we'll write the amounts down. So food is going to go ahead and get $100. Now, you guys, I am doing a no spend challenge this month for food, not for myself. I'm still going to be getting my chai teas and stuff. I still have my guilt-free money. I don't limit myself on that, or else I probably would fail immensely. $50 for car. Me, I get to add another $40 in, and $10 into the pay it forward. And then we have got fun and miscellaneous and home, which are both $25. That $10 has seen better days. So $25 and $25, and nothing in the bank category because I've already taken the money that I needed to the bank. So food, obviously this is easy. Food, Prepper Pantry. Food, 100. Prepper Pantry, 50. Car is easy because that is 50. Me, I need to count and see what we've got here. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 5, 110. So $110. Pay it forward is going to be 10. Miscellaneous and fun, 25 and 25. So how much do we have this week for spending and expenses? We have $370. All right, you guys. So my wallet is stuffed. And you guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about this no spend, because this is going to come into play every Friday. I have to set goals for my no spend. And so we're going to set them right here at the top of this weekly check-in. And you guys, this just popped into my head now, so this is not planned. So this is a no spend pantry challenge. And for this, I am going to give myself $20 a week to spend on fresh produce and dairy products. And dairy products include eggs. I don't know why, but they're in the dairy, right? And so that is all I'm allowed to buy. And we're going to run this for at least the month of January, because I have plenty of food. And so I'm giving myself a budget of $20 a week, but I'm giving myself $100. What am I going to do with this extra money? Normally we've been putting it towards mortgage, right? Because we have been mortgage. Well, you know what? This girl needs some other motivation. So we might be going to Hawaii this year. We're not positive yet. We're looking at it. And so whatever money that we don't spend on this challenge, we're going to put it towards a possible Hawaiian vacation. That's right, everybody. I need something besides the mortgage. I've been working on the mortgage for 6 months and I'm feeling a little drained. And so we're going to put any money that I don't spend on the food, we're going to put it towards Hawaii. If Hawaii doesn't happen, it will go towards some other vacation. All right, let's do some savings challenges, shall we? What savings challenges should we do today? We've got so many good ones to pick from. Let me go ahead and grab a couple and then we'll get started. We're going to count this money really quick. I think I've got $80, but I don't trust myself. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. Okay, whew, I can count money today. Well, at least right now. You know, don't hold me to it for counting. I decided, you know what, let's keep going on these Christmas challenges that we've been working on for a while. If we have enough money left over after we do a few of these, we will go ahead and add to our Shut the Box. But I don't know if we're going to have enough with just $80. So I've got myself a little sticky note. And we're going to keep track of what we've got because these are going for January. And so we are filming today, you guys know, on January 2nd, the day that you guys are watching. And we're going to go ahead and start off with Merry Christmas. And we are just going to color 2 of these today. So we're going to go ahead and add $10 for Merry Christmas. Let's go ahead and color these. Like I said, this one to me, I think I'm still doing this one just because I like coloring these Christmas lights with these markers. It's so relaxing and satisfying. If I could calm myself down by coloring every day, it would probably be a good thing. Now, these, I would have to color some big things, right? With some big, simple stuff like this. Okay, $10. And we're going to call that one Lights, because we have Merry Christmas right here. We're going to go ahead and scratch a couple of these. I didn't grab out my vacuum. Mr. Jet's not in here today either. And so let's go ahead and scratch this small one up at the top. That one's $1. Let's scratch another small one. That one's $2. Let's scratch another small one. And $6. So we've got $9. We're going to call that one Merry. So $9 for this one. Perfection. Okay. And then I think we need to do a roll and save here. One more on this paper. So let's go ahead and do that. 6. So this one right here is $6. And we're going to call that one Snowman. And that one is now done. So $6 for that one. And then I should probably grab the $9 for the other one. So I needed $1 for that. There's that. I know you guys. You know Marlene. She's a little bit crazy. So what do we have left for this book? Let's look really quick. So this is It's Beginning to Cost a Lot Like Christmas. So we are done with the Elf with Skin Problems. We're done with 'Tis the Season to Give. We're done with the Roll and Save there. We're done with Merry Christmas. We need to scratch off a couple off of the most wonderful time of the year. And we've also got the Christmas Roll and Save here that we still need to do. We've got a roll and save there. We've got 3 left there. That roll and save is done. We've got a few on the cats. We've got 1 on the back page and a few there. So you guys might be seeing this for a while. I hate wasting things. It makes no sense to waste things. All right, where's the hot cocoa die? Here it is. I found it. Let's go ahead and make a cup of hot cocoa. If this is less than $6, we'll make 2. So whipped cream is $5. So we're going to make 2 cups of hot cocoa today. So $5 there. And did I put the snowman money in? I did. But we did something after, didn't we? Oh, goodness sakes, you guys. What did we do after? No, the snowman was the last one, right? Yeah, snowman was the last one. Whew, I had myself scared there. Okay, wild. If you roll wild, times 2 your next roll. Oh, that means times 4. Oh, no. And everything If you roll everything, add +3 to your roll. Oh my gosh. So times 4 plus 3. Plus 6. Oh, you guys, that is a no. We're wiping it clean. We'll times it by 2. Marshmallow times 2, $10. That would have been so expensive, you guys. What would have we done? What have we done? 5 times 2 is 10. Times 2 is 20. And then we would have added 3, 23 times 2, 46. I don't know. I lost track. Okay. Whew. $15 for Coco. We'll take that. Holy cow. All right. So we've got our no bull tic-tac-toe. And I need to grab a marker. I do not have a Sharpie sitting out. I don't know how that happened. We are on our last game right here. And we always let X go first. That's what I decided. So let's go ahead and roll a die. 2. That was a little cheating because it hit the pin, but that's okay. So $2 for X. And, 2 for 0 or O, but there is none. So 5. We're going to take this corner spot for the O. And another 5. We're going to mark that for X. We've got a 1. Ooh, comes in with the block. All right. We've got a 3 for X. I need to grab the 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got a 4 for X. So X wins $5 for the tic-tac-toe. 4 more dollars. And we are all done with the no bull tic-tac roll. That one was fun. I liked that one. And we're all done with Christmas wishes. I think we've still got several to do. We've got the save any amount still. We've got both of these. We might put this book away and use it again next year because there's a lot to do in this one still. There's still the color and save. We can play Candyland. We've got this word search still to do, an ugly sweater. We're going to go ahead and retire the Little Book of Christmas Savings until next year. All right, so how much was that for tic-tac roll? Let's see what we've got. We've got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 for tic-tac. 35, 41, 50. I forgot to write something down. What did I forget to write down, you guys? What did I play that we forgot to write down? We did the lights. We did Mary. Okay, so now do we have enough for Shut the Box? Because I know we're putting $80 and there's not that much left there, so I forgot something. You guys, you'll tell me. I'll fix it. Let's go ahead and do Shut the Box. We've got a brand new sheet here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this tray because that's all the money we've got. And we're going to go ahead and do Shut the Box. And I will probably go back and watch this when I'm editing it, but I'm not going to probably fix it on this piece of paper right here. So we need some different markers than what we were just using, even though, you know what? I want to try these markers on here. I want to see how these color and see if they dry fast enough. We're going to do purple and blue. And we need to say no whammies, big bucks, big bucks. And let's finish out this video and get it up, shall we? All right, so we got a 6. I don't know if I can color as fast with these. What if I just do that? We've got a 9. I don't know if I need to hurry. Do I need to hurry? Do you guys have places to go, things to do? I feel like I should take my time. I wonder if these are going through the paper. They might be. I can't, you guys, I can't leave that like that. So I don't know if I'll be able to use these just because I want to color so pretty with them. Ooh, that's nice and dark. Oop, there's that whammy. Oh no. Let's hope that that doesn't show up again or else we're in trouble because we don't have that much money. If that shows up, we might have to divide the numbers in half or something. All right, no whammies, big bucks, big bucks. We got a 6. Oh, whew. There for a second, I thought I was in trouble. I was like, oh, heaven help me. I can't do a 6, but I can. We've got a 5 and a 1. So we've got a 7 and 8 and a 3 and a 4. So there are a lot of combinations that we could roll. Come on, dice. Be nice to us. Here we go, you guys. No whammies, big bucks, big bucks. And we got a 7. All right, we'll take that. Yes, we will. We like that. I do like coloring with these, you guys. They do fill it in nice. And we've got a 5. So what do we need? We've got 12, 15. I don't know if we've got 15, you guys. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15 buckaroos for Shut the Box. And we equaled exactly where we should be. That is absolutely amazing. We didn't write down our hot cocoa. Hot cocoa. Oh, I can't spell cocoa. $15. Look at you guys. I remembered. It's a miracle. So we have got $80 going to our mortgage, our first payment of the year, besides the actual payment. Our first extra payment playing games to our mortgage. And I want to see the back of this paper and see if it is going through. No. This is a little bit thicker. This is not a regular piece of paper. All right, you guys, that is it for me today. Let me know what you think about me using these markers. It does slow us down a little bit, but it sure is satisfying coloring with these ones. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And until I see you guys next time, remember to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is way